So very thankful to be here this evening, and I'm honored to be called here to speak. When Miss Barbie approached me a couple of months ago and said this had anything to do with Everman, I was anxious to accept because I'm a loyal bulldog. Every one of my brothers graduated from Everman, my wife, both my sister-in-laws, my nephews, about 10 first cousins, and about 15 second cousins. So let me tell you a little bit more about myself. I heard all the accolades, you saw the video, and I tell you, I'm not impressed by that guy. I know him very well because my mother's in the audience. When I take her home, she might ask me to go empty the trash. I grew up right up the street at the Oak Grove exit. We talk about our business. Our business was founded in my father's garage with $10. And his hope and desire in starting this business was to send me and my two brothers to college. I need you to repeat a word for me. I want everybody in the audience to say access. I need you to say again, access. That's what we need to go to the next level. That's what we need in foundations for education. That's what we need for foundations in business. We need access. And let me tell you about myself and my company. The Fort Worth Black Metropolitan Chamber of Commerce gave this small rinky-dink company that had 6 employees when I took over it, gave us access. Okay? Gave us access. I proudly say Kemp & Sons General Services, we're not only a product of a chamber, we're the poster child for a chamber. Because I'm a living example of how you can team with an entity in the public sector and grow your business beyond your wildest dreams. I remember years ago, I told this to the mayor, years ago when I'm a kid, I was 13 or 14 years old. Like I said, all you have to do is take the Oak Grove exit and get right to my house. I'm sitting on the corner in the summer, I'm telling my friends I want to go to college and run my father's business. They're cracking up laughing at me. Because in the environment I grew up in, I didn't know anybody that went to college. And sure, nobody wanted to clean toilets for a living. Okay. But having that access with an entity that helps small businesses grow, I have to honor Mr. DeVoy Jennings. He personally walked a buyer from the city of Fort Worth around the Business Assistance Center and constantly told that lady, give him access. And once I got that one contract and I realized I could do business on that level, I got another and another and another and another and another, and I grew my business because Mr. Jennings gave me what? Access. And when he gave me that access, even though the paperwork was voluminous, okay? That's why most small and minority businesses don't want to do business in the public sector. He helped me navigate the process. I've probably been in Mr. Jennings' office probably 300 or 400 times over the last 12 or 15 years, and I never once made an appointment. Not once. And he always welcomed me with open arms. I tell people, we have 50,000 choices every day of our lives. You got 50,000. What you're going to eat, what you're going to wear, if you're going to take the bus or drive, whether you're going to go to work late on time, you got 50,000 choices. But there's 2 you have to make every day of your life. Accept things as they are, or take the courage to change them. And it's all about perception and the way you think. Because in the worst climate on this earth, at the coldest temperatures, the most frigid cold, the people that live there, they don't say it's cold. They say the weather's not bad. You know what they say? It's a bad choice of clothing. It's the way you look at things. To be successful, there's one thing you have to have. You have to have a desire, a commitment, an undeniable quest for excellence. We clean toilets for a living. We were started with $10 in my father's garage. How in the heck we recognized by Harvard twice? How did we appear in Forbes, Fortune, Inc., CNN Money, all within the last 2 years? We clean toilets one way. We do things one way. If I can't do it excellent, I don't do it. I don't do it. I told the mayor of this earlier about a story when I was taking a class taught by a Harvard professor. And I did my case study on my company, and this young man had bought and sold 37 companies worth hundreds of millions of dollars. And the gentleman walks up to me and says, Mr. Kemp, how many times do you want to grow your business? I'm being rational, thoughtful, reasonable. And he says, how many times? And I said, 10 times. And that was a stretch for me. And he told me this: if you don't want to grow it 50 times, I don't have time to help you. And I was taken aback. I said, 50 times? And I thought for a second. He's worth several $100 million. He went to Harvard. He's bought and sold companies. What did he see in this little rinky-dink company that I didn't see? At that very moment, I changed the way I think. I looked at Harvard. I said, no wonder they're so successful. It's about the way you think. Do you know the first assignment at Harvard Business School? The first assignment at Harvard Business School is you have to write your obituary. Okay? But you have to write it as if it appeared in Wall Street Journal or the New York Times. You know why? Only noted, successful, and famous people obituary appears in the Wall Street Journal and the New York Times. I say, success and failure is an inside job. It's in here. You have to think about success. You have to see your success way before you're there. You have to dream. I'm still that 14-year-old kid at 1421 dreaming. I'm still that kid.